Alright, I'm reading a lot of stuff on the internet and on Facebook, and I'm always trying to, you know, give people a different outlook on Facebook, you know what I mean? Um, and this actually, I hope to get on worldstarhiphop.com or something like that. So, initially started out as a status that ended up becoming too long. Then I posted it as a comment, and then I decided to make it a note. So, um, I mean, I really would like you to take it and pass it along to your friends and your family or whoever else might want to just hear a little bit of words of encouragement. So, I'm going to read it off the screen. I haven't memorized it yet, or memorized it, and it's kind of long for me to paraphrase, so I'll just read it. All right. Let me first start off by making one thing clear. Fuck these royal weddings. Fuck these movie stars. Fuck these rappers. Fuck these political leaders. Fuck everything and everybody that you sit back and become envious or jealous of because they have something that you don't. And the reason I say this is because the most important person in the universe is you. Instead of complaining about what you don't have, you need to start trying to figure out how to put your stamp on your life instead of trying to live life to be like somebody else. If you want to be a star, if you want to have fame, you must first believe it's possible. You have to believe that you will be a star. You can't say that you want to be Lil Wayne or be a Nicki Minaj or even a Barack Obama, because all you will do is create a false and temporary image of that person reflecting out from yourself. I'm not saying that you should not want to be an artist or the president. Those are actually good things. All I'm saying is that you should not want to be the person that happens to be the artist or the president. You will never be you because you are trying so hard to be them. Money, cars, fame, clothes, sex, all great things to experience. All great things. I'm not, that's life, But at the end of the day, these things should not dictate your life. Your life should dictate these things. The reason why bad things are always happening to you is because your mindset is always thinking of bad things happening. If you want to believe it or not, your thoughts are just as powerful as your actions. And once you realize that when you think that money, cars, clothes, fame, etc. are the most important things in life, they will be. They will control you. And you will do anything to keep that feeling going. You know what I mean? I know I've witnessed a lot of people that will sacrifice their integrity, their respect, their morals to keep something going, or to get the money, or to get the car, or to fit in. You know what I mean? These are all material things. You've actually trained your thoughts to be dependent on these material things. But like all material things, money, cars, clothes, fame, family, friends, these are all material things. They are all temporary. You know what I mean? They all have an ending to it. All these things can either be multiplied or subtracted in an instant. Then what? The hamster wheel you go, trying desperately to find the next fix. Is this what life means to you? Living to keep a reputation alive? If so, then ask yourself, to whom am I keeping my reputation alive to satisfy? Me or them? Are you actually that weak of an individual to let people that you don't know or that don't really give 2 cents about you dictate what kind of person you should be? Instead of living your life to impress and fit in with others, try living your life to make yourself happy. Once you can accomplish this task and not waver in the face of any adversity, you will start to see changes taking place all around you. I promise you. Happiness and positive energy are two of the most powerful forces in the universe. Once you decide to apply these things to your life and really change your mindset to coincide with these forces, then you are mentally unstoppable. Happiness cannot be taken away if you don't let it. Being positive cannot be taken away if you don't let it. And the sooner you realize that material possessions are temporary, the sooner you will gain a higher level of this law of attraction. If you have riches and one day it's taken away for some reason, you must always continue to stay positive. Stay happy. There are some people who have never experienced riches and can still be happy, can still find a way to have a smile on their face. So the fact that you have riches should be considered an added bonus tenfold, 1,000-fold. Like I said, stop living your life worried about material things and things that other people have that you don't. Like I said, stop living life worried about material things and things that other people have that you don't. They may be wealthy, but you don't know the burdens and the hardships that they may have to go through that go along with these riches. There's this ancient tale of a man named Damocles who envied his very rich and powerful boss, Dionysus. One day, Dionysus overheard Damocles praising and wishing that he could experience the life of this powerful and wealthy tyrant. So Dionysus allowed Damocles to see what it was like to be him. Everything that Dionysus owned in every aspect of his life was temporarily given to Damocles. Sometime later, Damocles noticed a sharp sword hanging above his head, only being held in place by a single strand of horsehair. Now, that's crazy. Quickly, Damocles called for Dionysus to take back his life. All the riches in the world wouldn't allow him to go through another day with that kind of burden literally hanging over his shoulders. And thus, the legend of the Sword of Damocles was created. You might actually recognize the Sword of Damocles from Kanye West's Power video. Whatever that sword is over his head, that's pretty much the Sword of Damocles. And Kanye was making a reference to the burdens hanging over his shoulders. But, that's a story for another day. But anyway, the moral of that tale was obviously to show you that everything isn't always what it seems, and that you never know what it's like to be in someone else's shoes. Now, if you want something in life, it all starts with the ability to believe without a shadow of a doubt that anything is possible. That even if you fall, you can get back up. That you are the captain of your own ship and there will be no substitute. That life is pretty much what you make it. The second you say that something cannot happen, you've already lost. Because you've just emitted an assuring negative force into the universe. Once you say that it can't happen, the universe will agree, and it won't happen. The second you say that it's impossible, it will be impossible. The second you say that your voice does not count when it comes to anything, when it comes to changing something in the school system or in the neighborhood, if you tell yourself or you say, well, that ain't gonna happen, or what is my voice gonna do, then the universe answers, and your voice will not count. If you think about it from another point of view, you will see that you actually make up the entire world. So if 6 billion yous would just change the thought process on how to perceive things, such as wars can be ended, that money isn't everything, that beauty is only skin deep, that everyone deserves to be treated the way you would want to be treated, the whole world would be a different and more peaceful place to live. I guarantee it. This change will happen all because you decided to take the first step. You decided to help make someone else become a leader. You didn't teach your child to be a follower. You didn't teach your child to want to grow up to be Lil Wayne or to be the next video vixen, you taught them to make the world want to be like them, to go out and make their mark on the world, and not to make someone else's mark their own. Remember that you are in control. You have the power to be infinitely happy. You have the power to achieve whatever it is that you want. You just have to believe and ultimately go out there and achieve it. Now, this does not happen overnight. This isn't some get rich quick scheme, but it is actually a get positive quick scheme, because the minute you turn positive, it's almost going to be a domino effect, and positivity is going to happen one after another if you believe it to happen. And if something negative actually happens, even though you're positive, thinking positive, if something negative actually happens, I mean, that's life. And that kind of thing, it might come, every now and then. But if you think about it, if you're positive, then whatever that negative thing that you would normally call negative that happens is actually not even a negative thing. That's just life. And you will get through that, and you will still stay positive, and you will actually probably notice less and less negative things happening to you. Every day that passes with a positive mindset will be another day that you won't even be able to think about what's not happening positive in your life. You won't need to ever think that way again. I will say this one last time. As long as you continue to believe that anything is possible, with the correct mindset, everything will be possible. And remember this final yet very, very, very important piece of advice. Everyone, from the richest man in the world to the poorest man in the world, everyone has a story to tell. Everyone has been through something in their life. Everyone has experienced something that's made them who they are. So the sooner you realize that everyone has had a story and something messed up in their life, the sooner you will realize that you are still alive and you have the ability to and another chance to flip your life upside down and start being positive from this day on, and not worried about what happened in the past. So this is the end of this note, and thank you for listening, and I hope you got a little bit of message out of that. Thank you.